Welcome to SHQ Radioactive. I'm Sayyid Humayun Qaisar. We have been meeting on this platform in this very series from last 5 weeks. And today I'm here with fifth episode of how to tackle an interview, how to face interviews. And possibly we'll be concluding it today with this episode in which we'll be talking about questions which are raised from time to time in interviews. Well, I know you'll be preparing for an interview with a reason, with a purpose for the job. And you have some idea of the questions they will be asking you in relation to that. But here we raise questions which have no relation, maybe directly to your syllabus of the interview, but are often asked and may be asked to you as well. Before we proceed and start generating answers to new questions, it's time that we have a brief look at what we have done in the previous weeks. Well, that was a brief look at things we have discussed in previous episodes. Now, today, as I concluded in the last episode, I raised that very question here. Why should I hire you? अब में क्या खास बात है मैं आपको ले लूं इस काम के लिए? नहीं, ये सवाल क्यों पूछा जाएगा? ये आपसे सिर्फ कॉर्पोरेट जॉब में नहीं, ये किसी भी जॉब में पूछा जा सकता है. अगर आप टीचर, प्रोफेसर, आईएएस, केएएस किसी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एग्जाम में जा रहे हैं, वो पूछेंगे कि आपको सिलेक्ट किया जाए तो आप इस काम में क्या चीज लाएंगे, आपके पास क्या है जो देंगे इसको. तो वहां ऐसा होता है कि एक तो आपने पूरी तरह स्टडी किया हो कि आप क्या करना चाहते हैं, पहली बात है. अगर आपने ये स्टडी किया है तो एक आइडिया होगा. दूसरा, इस जॉब की प्रोफाइल क्या है, ये जॉब क्या चाहता है, और आप में उस जॉब के रिलेटेड कौन सी स्ट्रेंथ्स हैं, कौन सी ताकत है, व्हाट स्ट्रेंथ्स यू हैव रिलेटेड टू द जॉब, illustrate them. And this, you should have a practiced, rehearsed answer for it. This answer cannot be generated just there, because then you do not know in which direction you are going, and you will be saying something, refuting yourself, and then moving all and again, and then contradicting again. Practice this answer. Why should I hire you? Come out with reasons that I have this qualification, I have this experience, I have done this in life, I indulged in that practice, I was with that NGO, my extracurricular activities helped me in this thing, and then elucidate them and relate them to your job. But do this, as I am saying, before going to the interview, while preparing. And this can be done while preparing. It's not difficult to do. Once you have said that I think I have these qualities for the job, then another question that can be raised is, what can you add to it, what we are doing? In any kind of situation, what can you add to it? आप क्या लेके आए हैं? आपको लगता है आपने इतनी क्वालिटीज अपनी बता दी जिनसे हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को, डिपार्टमेंट को, सिस्टम को फायदा होगा. इसकी भी तैयारी करनी पड़ती है. आपको प्रिपेयर होना पड़ता है कि मैं ये चीज लेके आया हूं, मैं ये चीज कर सकता हूं क्या. उसमें आपने कुछ थोड़े से लोगों से मिलना है जो इस काम में रहे हों, जिनको तजुर्बा हो, उनसे बात करिए और देखिए किस डायरेक्शन में कंपनी जा रही है, डिपार्टमेंट जा रहा है, इंस्टीट्यूशन जा रहा है, उसकी प्रोफाइल क्या है. उस प्रोफाइल के मुताबिक आप अपना आंसर बनाएंगे, और आंसर बनाएंगे ऐसे कि जैसे वो कहते हैं कि आप हमारे लिए क्या कर सकते हैं, कहेंगे वो फील्ड है, मैंने इस फील्ड में काम किया है, मेरा ये तजुर्बा है, मैं इस फील्ड में काम करके देखूंगा पहले क्या हो रहा है और फिर मैं कुछ ऐड कर सकता हूँ, या ये चीज़ें मैं सप्लीमेंट कर सकता हूँ। ड्रास्टिक चेंजेस की बात ना करें, मैं ये बदल दूंगा वो बदल दूंगा। वो भी जानते हैं कि ये सिस्टम को चेंज करना, सडनली करना, नए आदमी का आते ही करना मुश्किल है। लेकिन बताइए, ये कैपेबिलिटी है कि मुझे वहां लगता है वहां ये हो सकता है, यहाँ ये हो सकता है, लेकिन इसके लिए आपको अपनी जॉब प्रोफाइल स्टडी करनी होगी, कंपनी स्टडी करनी होगी, इंस्टीट्यूशन और डिपार्टमेंट स्टडी करना होगा पहले, उसके बगैर ये नहीं हो सकता है। और ये हर केस में मैं कह रहा हूँ आपको, लगातार की चीज़ें स्टडी करनी बहुत ज़रूरी है कि वो व्हाट कैन यू चेंज इन दिस जॉब। कुछ ऐसे बेसिक क्वेश्चन है जो कभी कभी रेज किए जाते हैं। तो अगर आपसे कहा कि आपको कौन सी लाइफ पसंद थी, कॉलेज या स्कूल की, हम ज़्यादा नॉस्टैल्जिक लोग हैं, सोचे समझे बगैर ही कह देते हैं स्कूल की। पसंद होगी, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ, लेकिन वी डोंट गिव अ थॉट टू इट। व्हाई? दे आस्क यू, you will say school life, what was good in that, agreed, you will have some answers to that also. Then they come up with another question: what's the difference between school and college life? Just think of it. Have you thought of it? Apart from being, in a way, caged in school and let go in a college, what else is there? Just think of it. What else can you come up with? Well, in school you are guided by teachers with certain parameters, and you are bound also by certain things. The mental growth happens in school, and as I said, you are guided. You are told to do certain things which you perform. When you reach college, certain things change. When there is lesser handholding, you are not told to do this and that. It's assumed you will be doing it that. This. That means you are given time to think and decide. The difference is that in college you can yourself think and decide, while many decisions in school are not up to you, while in college they are. Another difference is, in school, when you say carefree, you don't have any responsibilities. As you go into the college, you are growing, you have responsibilities. By and by, they add up of the family, of the society with you. In the family, in case of family, they think you will be qualifying college, going to some other university or institution, or after college you will be doing a job or something like that. That means you have to develop responsibilities. In school you don't have much of responsibilities, in college you have responsibilities, one of your own as you are on your own, second of the family also, and the obligations you have to fulfill. But that's one of the differences that one feels in school and college. There could be many more you can add, but what I have said, you can build on that. Another question which one should have an idea of is the difference between character and reputation. If you are asked it, if I am told offhand by anybody, I may not have a right answer because I may not have thought of it. Difference between character and reputation. Character is what you are from within or inside. That's your character. From within and inside, what you are is your character. And reputation is what people think of you. That's the simple difference. Well, he's a reputed cricketer. I think people think he's reputed. He's a reputed man or a woman. Well, character means what I am from inside. My behavior, my traits, my attitudes, and all those things build a character. That's a simple difference. Then another thing is difference between hearing and listening. Hearing and listening. सुना, समझा नहीं, ध्यान नहीं दिया. Listen, सुना और समझने की कोशिश की क्योंकि मेरा ध्यान इसमें था, इसमें. One is with ear, hearing. Another is with mind. Listening is with mind. It goes to your mind. It stimulates certain things in your mind. That is listening. And then another part is when you listen, just listen to understand. That's all. As simple as that. Not to ask questions. Once you understand, questions will get generated, then you can ask them questions. I'm not saying in an interview, in general. And you can write down while listening a point or two that you would like to ask. But what we do normally is when we listen, our problem is either we want to bring that man down who is speaking, or to show the person that I also know equally well or know more, or you do not know that thing which I know, or I'm not interested, so I'm telling you what you are saying is no good, or something like that. In that situation, we don't understand anything, we just hear things. As I said in earlier episodes, interview is all about you, not about anybody else. And you are in that situation because you belong to that situation, you deserve to be there. Nobody is doing anybody a favor. Nobody is called on seen on street and अजय आप इंटरव्यू दे दीजिए ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. You earned it, the place to be there, mind it. So they are not doing you a favor. So don't behave like that also. आपने मुझे एहसान किया यहाँ बुलाया. No, no, don't behave like that. No arrogance, nothing like this also. In earlier episodes, I talked about teamwork, and such questions are raised. That are you capable of working in a team? Then you can relate your experiences in working together with people, with friends, with acquaintances, with say different being part of different campaigns or NGOs or whatever you have done in life. You can relate that. So being working in a team and leading a team both are important in an interview, and they can be raised. Such questions can be raised. As another question, I'm talking of general questions. What is success to you? Yes, what is success to you? What does success mean to you? Well, the answer to this question need not be essentially success in the profession, success in the examinations, or career. Success could mean following your heart and believing in certain ethics, certain things in life, certain achievements which are intangible. That could be success to you. Success to me is that I want to become a likable person. I want to become a person who helps others, who doesn't get angry, somebody who wants to work with people who need my help. That is success to me. There could be so many examples in your life which you have done. Think of them before going to the interview, and then what these successes mean to you and what is success to you. And don't talk of money as success usually. That in 5 years' time I'll be a millionaire, in 10 years' time that is success to me. I'll be reaching that position, that is success to me. That can happen, that may happen. That happens to everybody who goes into a profession, does works hard and works well, reaches a certain point. But does that success give you satisfaction? Talk of things that give you satisfaction as success. And you may have many in your life. But I need not relate them. All of you, all of us have certain things in life which, in one way or other, denote success. Well, talking of success, another thing which is related to is that I want to be happy and satisfied in life with what I achieve and have patience to look for more. That could be part of success also. Because normally what we end up talking is achieving certain goals in career, making money, having this thing, this thing, this thing, material things in life. Let's get out of material things when we talk of success here. And they may ask you then, क्या आप नहीं चाहते आपका गाड़ी हो, मकान हो, ये हो, तो आप कह सकते हैं हाँ, वक्त के साथ अगर मेहनत की, ठीक काम किया तो वो मिल ही जाएंगे. लेकिन ये बहुत सी चीज़ें हैं जिनके लिए बहुत कुछ करना पड़ता है, कुर्बान भी करना पड़ता है, बहुत कुछ सहना भी पड़ता है, और उसमें अगर इंसान कामयाब हो जाए तो दिल की खुशी के सक्सेस वो है, और असली सक्सेस वो है, ये आप कह सकते हैं. और ये डिफरेंसेस की बात हम कर रहे हैं. एक और डिफरेंसेस का सवाल है जो कभी सामने आ जाता है, आपके भी आ सकता है ये सामने. व्हाट इज डिफरेंस बिटवीन ऑनेस्टी एंड इंटीग्रिटी? व्हाट इज डिफरेंस बिटवीन ऑनेस्टी एंड इंटीग्रिटी? सोचने की बात है, कभी सोचा नहीं इस बारे में. Integrity means being truthful at a given time. That's integrity. That I am truthful at a given time, and that is my integrity. And also truthful being at a given time when nobody is watching you. That's integrity. What about honesty then? It's very much related to honesty. In case of honesty, honesty is being fair, truthful in all affairs of life and dealings. Not at a given time, not at a time when you are not being watched, or in a particular situation. No. Honesty is being truthful, fair in dealings at all times. That is honesty. Well, you could come up with many more examples, preferably not examples from dictionary. And then don't quote dictionary. Oxford says this, Webster says this, and others say that. That is honesty and that is integrity. No, they want to know something you say, something I indulge in. That is what they want to know. That's why be careful. And with, I talked of these dictionaries. Don't throw names while doing interview. Well, I worked with that great fellow, and I read that man, and I'm friends with that fellow. He has achieved this, this. They don't throw those names. They don't want those names. They want you. So basically, better not to throw names to impress people. They may not impress them. As simple as that. Don't throw names. That it may add to your portfolio. It doesn't. It doesn't add to your. It adds to your dependence on certain people. So better avoid it. Another question often raised in interviews is, would you be pursuing further studies? क्या आप और पढ़ना चाहते हैं? Well, in case you are into a job of a professor, teacher, researcher, or something like that, yes, I would like to improve myself with a period of time. Good. But in case you are going to a department or company or something like that, better don't say it, even if you want to study further. Because if you say or you tell them that after 3 or 4 years I'll be doing this, improving by joining this research fellowship or doing this, improving my credentials in a different way, doing some masters in different subjects or something like that, then they feel like that we are investing in this person, we're training the fellow for 4 or 5 years, and then he wants to leave us. And he's telling it on face that I want to leave you because I want to pursue studies and improve my career at a different place in different environment. Then why should they invest in you? They may not. So the answer could be I haven't thought of it as yet, and I don't plan it in near future. That's simple. Because they want stability from someone they're training. So go with that. As I said, in case of being a professor or something like that, you can say that after so many years I can do it, and that's good in that kind of a job. It's impressive also, because in teaching and research and all those professions, they want you to improve yourself. That's the difference here. Well, those were some of the questions that can be raised, and we have been doing it for the last 5 weeks now. And as I had said earlier also, don't sound desperate. There's no need to be desperate. And stop feeding your mind with negative thoughts. You don't need negative thoughts at the time of an interview or before that while preparing. Just be calm and prepare smart. You may be the best candidate for the job, but that isn't the guarantee that you are the one who's going to be selected. And the job is yours. Keep it in mind. It can happen to anybody, to you, to anybody else. But the last and the most important tip for an interview is, for the interview, before I go into do's and don'ts, briefly, this is not the end. It will never be. It happens to every one of us. And we often fear what happens if we are not selected. Dispel that fear. There is a world of opportunity waiting for you, and people with your portfolio, your kind of intelligence, diligence, experience, knowledge, and education. The world is open to you. Don't fear interview. If you think this is the end, you will fear, and the fear will generate nervousness in the interview. Briefly, I'll come to do's and don'ts of an interview. Don't be late, reach in time, and be aware of the venue. Don't be over friendly. Don't appear defensive or aggressive. Both are bad. Don't laugh too loud. Smile is enough. Don't crack stupid jokes just because your interviewer appears to be friendly. Don't go to that extent. Do not touch interviewer's hand, shoulder, or anything. Do not wear inappropriate clothes. We have discussed that in previous episodes. What are appropriate clothes? Don't land up in an interview without your resume and testimonials, or in case you have to carry a portfolio of things you have done, which they need a copy of, go with that also. In present situation, do not forget to switch off your mobile phone before going into the room for interview. Do not overestimate yourself and do not underestimate yourself as well. Keep a balance. Then there are some things, apart from do's and don'ts, which are not to be said in an interview. I'll go briefly through them. Some of them we have touched, a couple of them we haven't. I'll explain a bit there. Like, oh, my previous institution, my previous job, or my previous manager, or my previous head of the department, or whatever. He wasn't a nice man, he was useless, waste of time. I feel I wasted my time there. Then you may have the same opinion about these people after some time. If you don't enjoy the job or it's not up to your satisfaction, they don't like it. Or I had a horrible colleague, I had horrible class fellows in school or university and all those things, or hostel mates, they were all terrible. You were the only person who was good. Don't say it. Or the companies, the offices, and the schools and institutions of repute are not what they are made to be. I found them to be hollow inside. Avoid it. No swear words, no slang, no racial words. Avoid them as well. As I said, name dropping, no, no, no. Or while being in an interview, I don't know whether I fit into it or not. Well, they'll decide it. Don't throw it at them. Don't initiate a dialogue against yourself. Or, I don't know whether I'm right for the role, but I'll try to be, become right for the role. You are unsure. Unsure people are not accepted easily, not given roles to lead others or be part of a team or do a job. Now, two, three things which I haven't said earlier. While you are towards the end of your interview, you say, I may not have answered that question rightly. So please don't mind it. Don't say it. What you have done, you have done. Or say, oh, I thought otherwise, but I should have said this and that. Don't refute yourself. Don't contradict yourself while leaving. Or, I may not have pleased you, but I tried my best to do, and I don't know whether I have satisfied you. Don't say it. Don't say it. This speaks of your too many things. One, uncertainty. Two, lack of confidence and lack of faith and lack of understanding as well. Please guide me. Tell me whether I was right or not. And then I'll come to join this and then I should be guided and all that. When you are trying to be getting cozy with them, please guide me, you know more and all that. Oh, they want to know more from you. They know what they know. They have done what they have done. Don't do it also. This is don't, and this is something not to be said in an interview. And then, while leaving, hope I have performed well. They'll not tell you, यह आपने बहुत अच्छा किया, आपने बहुत बुरा किया. हाँ ठीक है, बिल्कुल अच्छा किया. That doesn't mean अच्छा किया. So don't ask them कि hope I have performed well and I gave the right answers. ये भी नहीं कहने की जरूरत है, बिल्कुल नहीं. कोई नहीं बोलना ऐसा. जो बोल लिया सो बोल लिया. उसको डिफेंड किया, उसका साथ दिया। इससे ये लगता है कि आप, ये है कि मुस्तकिल मिजाजी नहीं है और वक्त पे आप साथ भी छोड़ सकते हैं जहाँ आपको लगे हालात खराब हैं, दूसरों को डाल सकते हैं। ये नहीं बोलूँगा, ये नहीं बोलूँगा। Well, uh, I'm going to conclude it by saying one thing again. You have reached that point because you deserve to be there. You have earned it because of your dint of ability, hard work, intelligence and intelligence both. Again, this is not the end of the world. This is the last thing in the world you are going to face or achieve. The world is open to people like you. You can do lot many things and be successful. So don't worry. Don't pile up pressure on yourself by saying इसके बाद क्या होगा, क्या करूंगा. नहीं, बहुत कुछ होगा. You can do a lot. But again, as I conclude, I'll tell you, have faith in yourself, your abilities, know what you are and what you can achieve. Again, adding to it, apart from knowing what you can achieve, is don't be overconfident and work with a purpose and direction. We have found people working extremely hard in wrong directions. One wrong direction is they did not belong to that very thing in which they were working hard. It was not their cup of tea, it was not what they enjoyed, and this was not what they were made for. One thing is in case of direction. Second, that you put in hard work, hard labor, with set direction and purpose, you achieve ends. If you don't do it, you work hard and achieve very little. But success doesn't mean trying for 4 and achieving 4 out of 10. Success means trying to achieve 10 and getting 7 or 8 means success. Aiming low and achieving is not success. Aiming high and falling a little short, still being on a high pedestal, is success. All the best to you in life. We'll be meeting on SHQ Radioactive with different programs, with different kind of discussions related to youth, success, progress, development, sports, and lot many things. Subscribe to SHQ Radioactive and get notifications all the time what we are doing here. You can ask questions. I have gathered some. If I have more, I'll come up with an episode about interviews in which I'll be replying all those questions. Thank you.